Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Rashid, for having me here. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to speak with you all. Okay, so what I am talking about today is electric vehicles. Before I get into that topic, very quickly about energetics. So we are an American consultancy based in Washington, D.C. We've been around for over 35 years. In particular, we do a lot of work supporting governments, the US government, federal government, state governments, the state of New York, the state of California, Colorado, others. And we established an office here in Dubai about 2 years ago to try to leverage that work and now work with the regional governments. So what we do is really all across the clean energy space, everything from energy efficiency, transportation, industrial energy efficiency, smart grid. And throughout all these topic areas, we basically help along all cycles, all parts of the life cycle process. Everything from analysis and modeling, outreach communications, evaluating a program, metrics, implementing and deploying projects, and then planning and road mapping strategy. We do all those types of things. For electric vehicles, we've done a number of things, especially working with the state of New York and the US Ministry of Energy, US Department of Energy. So we've done everything from creating EV-ready towns and cities, so the guidance to do that type of thing, putting together best practices for EV charging, EV infrastructure planning, education and tools, EV tourism, which I'll get into in a few minutes, promoting workplace charging, so guidance for that, and then what's called animating the market animation, which is basically helping to build up the markets in New York. Okay, so before getting into EVs, what is the motivation here, right? So this is the first thing we always need to start with. It's the greenhouse gas emissions. So where we are going right now with our current policies is just not where we want to be, right? The current policy is in red. We're going to a 3 degrees increase in global temperatures. We do not want to be above 2 degrees, right? That is the point where we have a lot of bad things happening in terms of impacts, especially in this region, right? So we need to basically do things differently and better in order to get to the next, in order to improve. In addition, we have a failure here. Not working. Okay, in addition, so we have urgency is with the Sustainable Development Goals. So Dr. Rashid has written a whole book on this topic, and vehicles will touch upon a number of different goals. So goal 7, for example, access for modern energy. Goal 11, making cities sustainable. And goal 9, which is building a resilient infrastructure. So if you look at the GCC, back one. Okay, forward, okay. So the GCC, transportation is about 28% of total final energy consumption. So emissions are going to be around that level. So it's a very big challenge and it's a very big deal. Next slide, please. Okay, so next slide. So for electric vehicles, what I'll be talking about focusing today is what is called battery electric vehicles. So if you look at the three diagrams here, the HEV is hybrid electric vehicles. That's basically where you have the normal internal combustion engine, you have an electric motor, you have batteries, but there's nothing actually that you plug in, right? And so that's something we had with the Toyota Prius, for example, a number of years ago. It's been in the market for a long time. The PHEV is now plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, where it's very similar, except you have the cord that you plug in, but you still have the internal combustion engine. And then the one to the right is the battery electric vehicles, where now you've taken away the internal combustion engine, and you simply have the batteries that are now powering this vehicle. And so you have a lot of models right now in place that offer this battery electric vehicle. And it's much more energy efficient. If you look at the energy analysis, you'll see that it's 50 to 70% less to operate per kilometer compared to the conventional internal combustion engines.